Lisa from Modern Vegan Family, or should I say Aloha, because we're on the garden island of Kauai, and I'm here in the kitchen with my friend Wicki Veer. And say hi, Wicki.
Hello, everybody. Aloha.
So yeah, you're lucky. I just gave you a chance to speak 2 words, because at first I told Wicki I always like to set a little bit of context for our viewers before I do an interview. So in 2014, my lovely husband Joel brought me here to Kauai for my 50th birthday, and we went to an art show, and Wicki was in the art show, and as we were walking out the door, I noticed this lovely woman in an outfit from Nepal, and so I stopped to talk to her, and not only does she have a connection to Nepal, a wholehearted, loving connection to Nepal, I found out she was vegan. And then we kept in touch over Facebook primarily, and that's why I love social media. And kind of this soul sister connection thing that I seem to meet with vegan people from all over the world. And here we are in Kauai. It's 2016, 2 years later. And Wicki's had us for lunch and a visit, and now we're here at her house for supper and a visit. And so we're sitting out on her beautiful deck in Hanalei, and it's just lovely. And we were talking story, and you were sharing with me what was the tipping point for you as a long-term vegetarian that switched you, that basically put you to the edge to being vegan, and I'd like you to share that with our viewers.
I'd be happy to. As Lisa said, I had been a vegetarian for many, many years, but I clung to dairy. I loved butter, cheese, and eggs. It was convenient for travel. I liked the flavor, but I always didn't feel quite right about eating those things. And so I started to explore veganism, and actually meeting Lisa was a little bit of a trigger there, but I started exploring veganism, and I discovered that yes, indeed, you can have a very healthy diet being a vegan, so that was a comfort. And then I started being a little more involved in learning about factory farming and how the meat, eggs, chicken, and dairy products are produced. And as in the course of that, I came to a video which I watched, which really changed me. And it was a video of a cow in a dairy farm who had just given birth literally minutes before. The farmer used what was called a hip clamp on this animal, which was a metal jaw that went around her hip bones and lifted her back legs off of the ground. And then while her calf was laying there crying, dragged her away backwards with a tractor to go to the milking shed. Well, for me that was it. I could no longer look at any of the things that I was eating that were dairy-based, including eggs, butter, and milk, as food anymore. And it was a horrible video, but I'm so glad I saw it because I feel very clean. I feel like my inner and my outer selves is now more in sync with each other. I'm living more of the life that I really believe in. So I'm having a good time learning to be a better vegan cook, and she seems to like my food, so I think I'm okay.
You know, one of the treats for Joel and I, since we've been here for a couple meals now at Wicki's, and I feel like I've totally just invited myself over.
She did, and it's wonderful. I invited her too, and Joel.
Is that there's some things where I live in a very rural place, we don't always have products that are available to us. And so here at Wicki's place, we ate some of these beautiful Miyoki's cheeses. Tonight we had some mozzarella and some sun-dried tomato cheddar cheese, and the other day we had her butter. And it was absolutely outstanding. Really, I think we could barely stop eating it. And so, you know, I think, and that's how this conversation came up, that, I mean, I used to too be a big believer that, oh, I could never be vegan, or I could never give up cheese, and I think that when you open your mind, right, and it was the last stronghold for you, and I know I have a lot of friends who
Right.
cheese is the last stronghold.
Yeah, so it's very addicting too. There's certain physical properties of cheese that are very, you can habituate yourself to it very easily, but we don't need it.
Yeah. So, Wicki, if you were, you know, you and I aren't spring chickens anymore.
Not?
I use the word chickens out of love. But I mean, we were talking about how, I mean, I was a die-hard carnivore until the day my mind opened and I wasn't. And I know you were a long-term vegetarian, but you had that little thing. And so I think it's important for our viewers to know that at any stage in our life and at any age in our life, we can make this decision about
Right.
being stewards of the planet. So from your perspective, and of course you're very involved in social justice issues, and you have a lot of passion for the planet and stewardship and people and animals, what would be that main message to you if someone was looking and say, oh, you know, here's somebody who I could identify with and they've done this? What would be that number one message that you would send?
Well, I think it will be a little bit long, but I think that I'm 71 years old, and I have been aware of some of these issues regarding the nature of farming, the nature of the products we get from the animals, and also the impact on our environment, and therefore the impact on all people. So for me, the single message would be that by becoming vegan, one can affect many circles of life: economic, political, social, and also compassion-based activities. It's kind of a one-size-fits-all shift for me. You know, from there, many other things will grow, and it actually will strengthen my work in other fields too, because like I said, I'm feeling more and more like I'm in integrity with what I really believe in. And you know, I'm not missing anything.
Yeah.
Not missing one thing. Yeah.
So Wicki is a devotee of hula, and she's taught us a lot actually about Hawaiian culture and things. Do you have anything in Hawaiian that would be an appropriate way to end this message to our viewers today?
One of the things that everybody says is malama pono, malama aina, which means pono is a word for balance, malama is a word for to care for or about. So take care of the balance, take care of the aina, which is the land. So when sometimes signing off on a letter or saying goodbye, you say malama pono, malama aina, and I think that kind of carries the message.
Oh, I'm going to take that one home because I feel that one in my heart. So thanks for coming to Modern Vegan Family and for meeting my friend Wicki.
My debut.
Please subscribe to the channel, and we'd love to have some comments, and certainly we're always available for your questions and to encourage you to take that journey, take that veg journey.
Yes,
If
definitely.
we can do it, anybody can.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Peace, love, and plants.
And hang loose.
Oh, hang loose.